It's November 10th here today. I decided to change it up here this morning. We came back in on this cut bean field. We're about 500-600 yards southwest of where we hunted yesterday morning. Decided to just come try something different here today. We're just not seeing the bucks that we had on camera in the spot that we've been hunting. So we figured if we maybe go down the river a little ways, try a new area, we might locate some of these deer. We got set up here about 45 minutes ago. It's a calm morning this morning. It's cold. It's in the low 30s. But it's really nice out. There's no wind right now. We're set up in a spot where we got pretty good visibility. If anything steps out on this field, we should be able to bang the antlers and hopefully bring them in. Just tried to let rattle in here a few minutes ago, and so far nothing's showed its face, but we got quite a bit of time here this morning. This field, once the sun comes up, the sun should hit this end of the field first, so my hope is once the sun pops out, some of these deer will pop out on the field a little bit and feed. But we probably won't sit here too late this morning. We're going to try a new spot tonight. It's boat access, so we're going to try and get in there somewhat early. We don't really know exactly the spot we want to set up, but I got kind of a general idea just by looking at the map on Onyx, so we'll see. We're just trying to stay a little bit versatile, keep our options open, because what we've been trying hasn't been working, so I figured if we maybe start switching some things up that our luck would change here, so hopefully November 10th is a good one for us today. We can get a buck down. Well, it's about 8:30 right now. Decent morning. Seen a doe right away at the beginning, way on the other end of the field. And then we had a deer come in here. There's actually two of them. We didn't get to see what the second one was. It kind of hung back in the woods. But we had a deer come out on the field here. We don't know if it was a buck or a doe. We're calling it a transgender deer, I guess. Yeah. We're calling it a transgender deer, I guess. It come in and it had kind of a cool rack, full velvet. Came to probably about 20-25 yards. And just checked out the decoy and just wasn't really too aggressive with it and ended up going back up in the woods. Oh, we sat here for probably another hour and a half since and haven't seen anything, so we're going to pack everything up and head back to the vehicle and then head back to the house and start making moves for the afternoon.
First, you have to make the product work, and then you can make it pretty. We're super excited to introduce to you HHA Custom. We have a variety of different custom Cerakote colors that we will be offering on our Tetra Max Rise lineup. We're extremely excited for this and really excited to bring it to you, the end user. If you have any more questions on the HHA Custom Cerakote lineup, visit your local HHA dealer or hhasports.com.
Set up here this afternoon. It's a little bit before 2 o'clock. We came in to a new spot tonight, pretty much by boat access only, and wasn't really sure what to expect. We've never been in this piece of property before, and we just basically we went up in a draw here, and there's a ridge up above us. We got some fields to the west and northwest of us, northeast of us. But this is kind of like really thick bedding up on top here. So we just kind of came halfway up the hill. We got a trail that runs like 15 yards right past the stand here. We can kind of see out into some of the fields to the east of us. We weren't set up here more than a minute. We had two does come ripping through the woods. I don't know if a buck's in the area that bumped them, or we could kind of hear some commotion up to the north on like the farm. I don't know if something happened there that boogered them up, but they were kind of running around through here. Not sure if they're spooked or if a buck's up in the area, but at least we didn't get skunked tonight, so we know there's a couple does in here. We got a big rub right down below us here that's worked from this year on a cedar tree. Oh, hopefully, I'd like to see what made that because it's pretty impressive. So, we still got about 3 hours before dark here, so hopefully tonight's the night. That's a nice deer.
Oh, yeah.
We're tagged out, dude. November 10th.
I kept it rolling. I didn't stop.
It's kind of been a slow night. We had a couple does come busting through right when we first got in the tree, and I decided to do a grunt snort wheeze a little while ago, and I was gonna actually. I thought I heard something. I was gonna actually hit the antlers here in a few minutes, and I just hit the grunt snort wheeze, and it wasn't like 2-3 minutes later I could hear buck coming down the hill, and I thought he was gonna come down and hit the trail and walk right past us, but he kept going, and luckily he stopped. I grunt stopped him, and I had about a 2-3 foot hole to shoot through, and I freaking drilled him. He's laying down in the bottom of the hill here.
Hey, Michael, how's that sound?
It's been just a rough week. We've been bouncing around in a bunch of different spots, and just hasn't been going our way. Haven't been seeing much for good buck movement, and we have good bucks on camera. We just haven't been able to find them. I just can't believe it worked out. Well, it's November 10th here in Iowa. It's been a struggle of a season for me. I got out a handful times here in October, and just haven't really had much for good buck encounters, to be honest. Jim came here this week. We've been grinding all week. We've been on deer, just haven't been. The bucks have been getting on cameras, just kind of have gone off the radar, and we've been bouncing all over, trying different spots. We came into this new spot of public tonight, and lo and behold, first time in here, and we had a solid buck come in. He kind of happened pretty quick. I grunt, snort, wheezed, and he come ripping off the hill a couple minutes later. Came to about 15 yards, and Schwacker did a number on him. He only went about 30 yards and piled up here. So can't thank Jim enough for coming to spend the week here to hunt in Iowa. He's kind of my lucky cameraman here. We've had 3 bucks down in 3 years together. And also I can't thank Brad enough for being our taxi cab driver tonight here. He took us out on the lake and took us into a couple spots I've been wanting to hunt that haven't been able to get into because they're a little bit of a hike by foot. So, but we got a buck down, and we got about a mile to get him back to the boat. So we're gonna quarter him up and get him out of here. But it's been an awesome season for us in Iowa here so far. Melissa shot a buck here a few weeks ago, and I'm pumped to film my 2023 Iowa archery tag with a beautiful public land buck.